Well, guys, this could be it. This could be the last day of planting. We'll see. We've let it lay for all weekend, for roughly about 4 days. We kind of gave up on this one farm just because it needed to dry. So it's something terrible. It's got like 20 wet spots in it that we're kind of all running to each other. Well, the running to each other kind of quit happening. So Randy went out there last night, mudded through it. So hopefully you don't get stuck. We do have one other 80 that's literally, it's really flat. It's got like 6 inches of grade from one side to the other, and half of it's literally underwater. So you can about imagine how wet that is. Got a mouse. He's under here somewhere.
We got planting to do.
We gotta get a mouse. We can't have him in here. He went under the little baby martin here. He says we got planting to do. I don't care if it's mid-harvest, we will take out a mouse. What? He's under this thing. There we go! He's under this one now. What? Mouse! Well, now that mission get mouse is completed, now we can farm. Oh, it was a success, guys. He was inside here. That's when he came out and I screamed like a girl. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Where you been for the last 2 hours? Chasing kitties again? Yeah, you look like you've been. Well, that's interesting. There's a white pigeon. Not often that you see a white pigeon. Toby, what are you letting this happen for? Look at that. Why is it so tame? Toby, what's this here? Are you a messenger bird? What is wrong with you? Come here. Oh, there goes Toby. That was really strange. Normally you don't get that close to them. You put your arm out, will they land on it? Come back! Come back! He's out of here. Message must not be for me. So this is what we were working on yesterday. It's just getting that embankment, that high ridge like what's right here, where the barn used to be, eliminating that because we got to dig that hole to the south of that bin for the 200,000 bushel bin. And then Doug got into the water line and also the telephone line. So Grandma's not very happy, is she?
No, that should have been disconnected as I remember, or no. Fiber optic was drug in how many years ago? Quite a few years ago. So now some old, what should be abandoned telephone line is still hooked up somewhere, somehow. Good thing that the water table is so low.
Yeah, see, that was dry last night. No, it's wet. Very wet. There's a white pigeon flying around here, and it's very tame. You can get like 5 feet away from it, and it's got a yellow band on its leg. Is it a race pigeon?
Is it a sign? Could be a sign.
Sign of what?
Doves, you know, flooding. It's a sign. I got the work here. Where'd Eric go?
I
don't know. He's gone. He told me to bring him a big blue plier, but of course they're gone. There's not a blue plier anywhere to be found.
So I'm getting the floater out and unfolded because it's time to wash this up. We're obviously done planting corn, which means we do not need the floater anymore. And we're gonna try and get this corrosive fertilizer dust off of the machine. I believe that Randy's son is gonna be doing it, so we'll see how good of a job he does. Fertilizer, you really can't do a good enough job. You literally got to wash like every angle of it. It's not just like washing a hopper bottom where you just kind of wash the sides. You got to get under, on top, underneath. It's not a fun job, to be honest with you. Well, and then of course there's mud. Why wouldn't there be? Ah. Oh yes. We'll take apart all the back components here so you can get in there. Oh well, Brody is planting wet spots. He ain't gonna need seed for quite a while. Poor Brody was running this dozer all day yesterday with no air conditioning. The belt, I fired it up. It hasn't done much this year. Went to AC, no AC happened, got out, was gonna charge it. Turned out the belt that's supposed to be here was laying up in the radiator, busted junk. So he was basically pushing from what the dump cart was hauling to him, pushing it into a big pile. I hear Toby's found another cat.
Yep. It's hot.
So free clay to anybody that wants it. Quality might be mushy when we start digging a hole, but we're gonna have a ton of it.
I need to make that field approach. Start hauling it down there.
Well,
Wow.
you'll have plenty, I
A
promise.
120-foot wide one, so I can drive in there with the booms unfolded on the sprayer.
You would too. You know, you never complimented my hair. Doesn't it look good?
I give compliments when I need to.
Yeah, you look fantastic.
Thank you. You know, I really like your approval.
You never talk about my hair in a positive way.
It's got flow.
You know, I pulled a bird nest out of it the other day.
Boy, I don't even doubt that. So we got the little belt on here. The tightener is in the location that words were said about it off camera. Kobe? Get out of there. Hey, 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 hey.
Come in over there! Doesn't even see it leave.
The cat left.
Yeah.
Get out of there before you eat some wires off that you shouldn't. Hey! Well, there's water hole number 1. We planted and farmed right through that one last year. All right, Brody. Time for a load. Woo! Back to the good old soy green. Whole field gets it again, so let's see if we can plug anything up.
You have a plunger now, huh?
Oh, I upgraded to this broomstick. I found it in the shed, and it had this old broom with about 5 bristles left on it, so I did one of these here numbered.
Got rid of it?
Snap that off,
That
and
seems fair.
we're upgraded to a stirring stick now to help break it up. Stuff just clumps up, even with agitation.
Are you ready?
We just did a nozzle check. A bunch of them were plugged because we haven't been using soy green for so long, and then once you get moisture in them tubes, the dust goes up in there and plugs them, but we got that ready to go. Pump is primed. Now I just gotta wait here until he plants the planter empty so we can know how many beans to get for the end of the season. Brody, was it wet here? Woo-wee! Yucky. There's a spring on this farm over in that corner. And he said he was really spinning. He was nervous. Oh, I'm just out checking behind the planter, waiting for him to be reloaded with soy green and seed, so then I get time to run back to town to get the remaining seed. And then we just have that 80, which we don't know if it's going to get planted or not, and it'll be what it'll be, I guess. There he is. So this is obviously not something we've had to worry about, is moisture, getting the seed in the moisture. Last year we really struggled with that because it was like a desert last spring. So then we had to actually set the planters deeper, or I should say we should have set the planters deeper to get into more moisture, but there's not that issue this year. So really, I probably could shallow it up, but we'll just keep her going the way it is. Looks good. This is actually really good ground out here. Very mellow, very nice. A lot better, a lot less mud balls, and it's harder to make mud balls in this ground. The problem with this farm is just, as you can see, water. And you can't see this here, but you get over towards the east side of the farm more, and they literally almost connect each other. So it really gets to be a lot of turning, and that's why we've waited so long on this farm, just because they were kind of running from one to the other and you couldn't go between them, and yeah, it's not good. So this field right across the road was planted maybe a week ago. Obviously you can see they're coming up. That one there, what's wrong with you? Oh, it was busted. It was a broken seed. I don't know. I hate to say it, but we really could use a ½ inch, because in areas like this where there isn't beans is probably because it's laying in chunks like this. If you take and look here, I mean, there's no seed to soil contact in lumps of dirt, which then they have a hard time germinating, or they don't germinate. Never thought I'd say it this year that we could use some rain. But I see that the water hemps are having no problem growing in it. That's not good. Gotta wait till the beans get, maybe about that tall before you can first pass spray. Otherwise you can damage them. Plus you can't see the rows very well. Last beans and soy green loaded on the planter. He's out there. He's got about 60 acres left. I'm heading back to the farm. Got to get all these trucks back home. Sounds like we need to load them spray trailers up with chemical. End of this week we will be first passing some of the first corn and soybeans that was planted, which was like, a month ago. So I suppose sounds about right. Okay, doggy truck, let's go. Come on, girl. All right, back to the farm we go. What are you into? That's impressive.
I don't remember that from 1970. Should we do 6? Why is there a big rod sticking way down in it?
I don't know. Why is there plastic under it?
I don't remember that neither.
Well, go do something with it. You're gonna have to break that in half. That ain't gonna fit.
I thought we could roll it down the road.
Oh my.
Look out, guys. Hey, if any of you see my hat around here, feel free to let me know where I put it this morning. All day long, no hat.
You're gonna get sunburn on your bald spots.
Hey, I did get a new haircut though.
I did too.
So windy.
No one notices it.
Do they know how hot it is here?
Yeah, it's warm.
It's went to, I don't know, Arizona temperature.
It's like 90 today. It's a little humid, but I'm glad it's so windy, or it really would be bad. All right, get in there, come on.
Well,
Make sure to make it smash into that other one.
I'm gonna tip it towards there and see if I can nip my toes off.
Wow! Well, that's all you could get? Every scratch is $100.
That is not going the way I wanted it to go. That rebar back in the 70s, I think, was stronger than this here 1990s stuff.
For sure.
Is that possible?
Alright, I gotta go load a spray trailer up, so you have fun picking up all them little chunks or Merlin's gonna kill you.
There would be definitely big bruises.
We have not used the big tanker yet, but we might have to start. The steel one. It's full of rust. Oh, it should be clean now. Should be. We've just been using the 3,000 gallon tank currently. Just pumped that empty. Just water here. Preparing for spraying time. But we have to go open the sides up on this trailer, get what's left the soy green out, and get AMS on here, a bunch of other products for post spraying. Right from planting straight into spraying, no break whatsoever. Isn't that something? I don't ever remember that happening, but I also don't remember a month-long planting season. This is as easy as I remember it being. Yeah, that's good. We're in. We're in.
What is that stuff there?
That's that Sonoland. This one's still got some in it. These are empty. Brody! He wrote on his window he wants to do more. He's nuts.
Get out there.
He didn't get it stuck. I would have bet $1,000 that that thing would have been stuck today. Well, not today, but some point throughout the season. Woo! What's he sitting there for? Just racking hours on the
On
lease?
the lease, might as well.
Or at least he turned it off.
We're done.
Alrighty. So I don't remember this being here, Eric. I just don't.
I don't think it's gonna hold.
Imagine trying to get them bags down from up there.
I'm glad I'll be in a sprayer. Water boy.
Did you get her done, Brody?
Done.
It's done. Plant 22 is done. Pulled the plug on the last 80.
Yeah. You had replanted some of Eric's.
Yeah. Why'd you do that? Should have planted them better the first time.
Get a better child.
Yeah, you're telling me. We won't expand on that thought.
We've got all the chemicals left over from last year, which is actually a good thing because that was bought much cheaper than this year's. We should be ready to close it up and create the heat wagon again. It closes a lot better than it opens. Alright, I think that's the end of the video. It was very warm today. You kinda gotta lift up. That's kinda ruined.
I need 2 hands.
It's one of them, it's one of them used to work things.
Well, I wasn't struggling.
Used to work. Now damaged. Alright guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.